final map of the night coming up. NoChance versus Winstrike. This will be this final deciding map to whoever goes into the grand finals facing off Avangard. And I think it's fair to say both teams have shown they're capable of winning, and both teams have shown they're capable of pulling off a pretty amazing, feat of rounds.
Yeah, they really have, and I think just to put both of these teams at this late stage of the event as well, I think there's props to those guys as well, just for making it this far, really, and especially considering that the winner will take home $3,000, or sorry, the loser will take home $3,000 of this game, but the winner goes on for that big money bucks. They go on to face a Vanguard for a shot at 18K. I mean, for either team that wins, for either obviously a Vanguard, Winstrike, NoChance, all of those three, 18K is going to do a lot. I know NoChance have plans to boot camp potentially if they take themselves a victory and fund those kinds of fees, but they've got a map to win yet. They've got a map to shut out Winstrike here on Mirage to be able to close out this best of three. And as already Winstrike, their default rush toward that B bomb site will start well, but NoChance reply better. With already a 2-on-1 scenario, so many frags in the first 25 seconds of this round that we literally breezed past the pistol round. Stiko and Makalele left, and Makalele looking for himself a 4K. Boomich with his back turned, and this should be round over. NoChance getting themselves yet again another pistol round.
Indeed. I mean, this is a pretty lightning fast ending for pistol of this magnitude, given the fact that, you know, Winstrike, they rushed B. I mean, that is a strategy you do not see very often in pro matches. And Boomich, no Kevlar, he's the one man with utility usually, so, you know, he's gonna have to pay the price being the last man in house, and certainly that price will be his life very soon, so, especially as soon as he gets hit by a single bullet. There it is at 18, one bullet, he's as good as gone. Stiko gonna finish the job. NoChance, as you said, winning the pistol, open it up yet again as map 1. So goes map 2 as well, and I guess actually Overpass opened up with a 3-0 result as well for NoChance, was it not? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So, yeah, certainly this is, you know, this is pretty much best case scenario for NC, given the fact that, that they put themselves on top yet again, and Winstrike, interestingly enough, not forcing up, thank God, actually. I'm kind of happy for that, finally.
Yeah, me too. We've seen a lot of rounds where Winstrike in this second have gone for that full purchase, but it's really come to really not benefit them whatsoever. So it's way more sort of pertinent to be able to just eco this one. Boomich gets a kill with the Zeus, of course. We've got to have at least one of those a game, right? as we see the Zeus used a lot more. But NoChance, second round clean. But we will now see that gun round from Winstrike. They'll be putting the AKs into this one. And they can try and shut down NoChance quicker than they did in both of the first two maps. Obviously, it was that fourth round where we saw the gun round this time for Winstrike. But into that third, NoChance getting that AWP once again in the hands of Makalele so quickly. But look at this mid aggression from NoChance. 3 players out into mid, and all of them to aggress. 2-on-2, all 3 in underpass. Okay, hang on. What is this kind of strategy?
Oh, ha. Well, the strategy usually here calls for push through under. Instead, they lose Crystal and Zen. Stiko's there, and he's gonna get a kill, sure. But I am quite fairly surprised they actually play it this slow once they get into under. And goodbye, Makalele. Boomich is ready in jungle. And it's all eyes on Stiko. He's coming through B house, and I think they know he's... well, more so, they do not know... Or what I mean to say, the CTs do not know where the bomb is, so that's why Stiko is aggressing this much, even though the bomb is in front of B house. And if Stiko had known that, he probably would have been staying where he was initially. Unfortunately, information is not his favorite game, and well, Voylander, this double clear and lower, that was perfect. Because if he dies, even with a single kill, if he drops that AK, he's suddenly B-side control, or more so B-side apps, become very much contested for, and NoChance might have had a pretty much easier time winning the round. Unfortunately, the op does not really come into play. Makalele getting caught in the back will be a bit unfortunate, but it is going to be still a full buy coming out from NC. There's a bit of an A play through Palace. This might work. Stiko from under gets both kills. What? How does he get both kills? That's not how it's supposed to go down. The Molotov finally going to be drawing him out of position, but Jesus. Norbert from Connector gets one more. This could work out. Crystal shuts down Norbert, but Waylander refrags back to a 2-on-2. This is not yet done.
Yeah, this isn't. Makalele, though, he wants to make sure it is, and he'll find a frag onto World that it low HP player taken out of the round. Bomb is left in Palace, so Waylander has to come and retrieve that. He has himself an AK, a single flash, and 2 frags to his name, but Makalele playing for that information, playing to hunt down the final man, and timing is on his side this time. 3-1, NoChance get a reply round back straight from Winstrike's victory. And a beautiful underpass on the bulk play from Stiko there as he held down, even with a FAMAS. He shouldn't have even got at least 2 kills, 1 maybe, but that should have been a refrag straight away. Winstrike, even though they came back with a couple, NoChance do come out on top this time, and we'll see a force from Winstrike. 3 AKs in the field, couple of pistols as well, but NoChance, they can start to build that momentum early on the CT side now.
Yeah, and that's the charm of the loss bonus, the changes to the loss bonus with the new economy. Unfortunately, it didn't really, help them too much because they had only lost 2 rounds instead of 3, so they're where they would have had a much better of a buy here. But 3 AKs is fairly enough given the fact that they are still facing off an MP9 and FAMASs. This is not a bad thing. And Winstrike, well, they will lose the entry. Unfortunately, Nukia is ready for the push into window, or more so the boost, and it's going to be immediately executed by NoChance that they take control of it. They pretty much pull back from apps as well and focusing their efforts toward jungle and deep pit. Although I'm very much against the fact that Stiko is playing without support in pit because he's in a one and done spot. He gets 1 kill, he should be dying straight after. Even the 1 kill will be a bit more difficult than usual. And there it goes, Norbert. What I'm talking about, the Deagle will make it work. It's a 4-on-4. And suddenly Winstrike, they're already out on A side. They've got jungle control Connector as well. This is perfect. Winstrike, this is a winning round they can pull up.
Surprisingly, yeah, it definitely is. With very little put in, they can have a huge exit amount already here. And well, that it. He's trying to battle on toward ramp. Zen will at least find 1 onto Waylander, though, and that might just get things a little bit more difficult right now. Quick and well, that it both have AKs, but already one of those squandered. But Zen trying to get that utility down. Hello, why did we still beat the player in Palace? Finally, he does get shut off by Nukia as he eventually finishes with the FAMAS, but gifting 2, potentially even more kills to Quick there, and damage done to both Crystal and Nukia. That could have been a swift cleanup. Still NoChance right out, 4-1, but even so, still a risky round for Winstrike. Sorry, for NoChance.
Yes, it was. In this kill here, I mean, Kalele gets the kill on Norbert. Thank God he gets the kill on Norbert, because if he fails that shot and gets killed in the process, his teammate immediately dies on 3rd as well. With Norbert coming through Connector, it leaves 1 player on the side of NoChance, facing off 2 players, 1 in Palace, 1 in Pit, and almost certainly a round going to Winstrike. So NC, they can be lucky and they can count their lucky stars that, Michael before he died, he still hits that 1 important kill. And ooh, look at this, it's a B rush through the Molotov. What is this madness? What has come over Winstrike that they rush through a Molotov? It makes no sense. Now, pretty much NoChance, they have everything set in position, although, the fast rotation from Nukia could have been abused by Winstrike, actually. So the NoChance need to be careful of that. We've seen that many times where rotations do kind of screw with them, or more so with not just them, in generally speaking, most CT teams that are not as constructed, not as disciplined. Hopefully that's not something that's going to be occurring throughout the entirety of this or this map at least, because that rotation mistake can actually cost you a round. And Boomich jumps down, gets the kill. It's a 3-on-3 as Quick finds 1 more. This is perfect. Although Mike Elele will shut down Boomich and pretty much end the dream of Winstrike winning a round like this.
Yeah, not too sure. Quick could have held that A bomb site, but did choose to go into CT either way. But yeah, good hold from NoChance eventually. Winstrike getting away with a couple of kills, but 5-1, and NoChance begin to build that barrier again.
Yeah.
But I'm still not sure of this round, this push through the molly. I think it was sort of a half commitment. Some were like, okay, let's go. And others were like, yeah, but there's a molly. I'd rather not. So either way, there was very little to come out of the round. NoChance make it a 5th. This is the buy we were wanting from Winstrike. They now have that AWP. Yeah. They have, already Crystal. He'll be the first player to fall from World Edit. It's AWP, and that's a good start so far. 5-on-4 and World Edit taken very little damage in retrospect of an AWP. So a good start from Winstrike. They need to capitalize upon this, so they need to make sure that NoChance have no opportunity for a trade. Waylander in underpass, something he's been abusing so far here on Mirage. But that is what Winstrike will be wanting to do. And so far, a slow play, mid-control held, but nothing else really. They're just going to play calm and wait for NoChance to potentially make a mistake and capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Nukia though. Oh, finds one. Can't get a second though.
I would point out one crucial mistake. Why is Crystal in window? As far as I could tell, he didn't have the AWP. It was Michael with it. And, well, as far as we know, mid is a very important opening of the round. And if you put the correct player on mid, he will either survive or he will, you know, get a kill and still get the hell out of there. Or if nothing else, he's going to get a kill and die. Meanwhile, Crystal, I am fairly surprised that, you know, he plays it wide in window, just standing, you know, just simply put, standing in the middle of window and waiting for that peaks. Any case, NoChance will lose the round as we can see on our screens. Michael already saving it through Palace, so there's that. But yeah, it's 2-5, and there's going to be an interesting development going into the next few as the first half will continue on forward. Winstrike, they've got a long way to go to tie it up, but this is how they do it.
Yeah, and like you said, it's definitely a long way back, but round after round, especially with the C2 side, they can abuse the early economy. They can make sure that those resets happen periodically. Of course, they're not as hard as they used to be, but there's definitely a workaround, definitely an opportunity for a T side to be able to economically control. Ooh, and Makalele tempting the fate of death there, but luckily will take out quick. 5-2. And a good round from Winstrike this time to get themselves back on the radar. The type of buy for NoChance here is going to be a little bit hasty. They're going to be able to invest very little. Pistols and some bare minimum utility. Kevlar for a couple, but it's not going to be too crazy. Molotov will be extinguished for Makalele to potentially have a little bit of a one-way angle through towards mid, but I don't think you'll get very much information off of the back of that. But the AWP is heavily reliant in this round. There's not a lot really they can contest with else in this round, but yeah. Stiko, ooh, tries to go aggro, will eventually trade back one. Makalele's death will be a trade back, but quick to do the same, and a swift 4-on-3. This should be where Winstrike take the round in their favor, though.
Yeah, this is where things should start looking a lot better for Winstrike, but just as we say that, it is going to be Mr. Nukia to find himself another kill. And that is perfect. Now, Boomage going to be caught by Nukia on short. The bomb is still dropped in front of B House, and Norbert, I think he's aware Zen is here, but oh my lord, Zen, he's going to be on the search. He spots him. Oh, he misses the shot, but still gets it in the end, luckily enough. It is a clean round almost for NoChance, and I say almost because, well, they deserve that almost. First of all, this is an eco round, not even a full commitment. Sure, Zen buys up, what, a Kevlar, and I think he bought a pistol or something off the well, a Deagle, obviously. But I mean, by God, that is not how it's supposed to go down. Winstrike, they lose this, they reset, they're put back where they started initially. Luckily, the reset is not as the one we are used to seeing in the old economy, in the old days. They do receive $2,900, so they have quite a little bit more to bank up on, but it's still going to have to be a pistol round. As far as I can tell, they've got about 3 to 4K in the bank for the most part. Yeah, okay, they've got a little bit of a better bank overall, but it's not exactly, you know, a comfortable position. Waylander at 3K. Norbert, only AK without head armor. Same goes for Waylander, no head armor. This is not exactly a picture-perfect buy, but it's enough, perhaps. Nukia, going to be caught in window. Down to 50 HP, pulling back smartly enough. Not challenging any further. And Smoke obviously saving his life. Ooh, boost into B House. Norbert down to 15.
Good damage inflicted across the board so far here as Winstrike playing with a little bit of fire as they enter into apps. Nukia going for a wide peek behind the smoke as he finds himself one. Well, that it so close yet so far from death as he shuts out one with that AWP. A free opportunity gifted for a trade by NoChance, but even so, there's been great damage done to these T players. Well, that it down to 9, Norbert onto 14. It's two simple frags if they can be found, and Waylander is so close to Crystal right now. As soon as he makes any movement whatsoever, if Crystal's in the right place at the right time, it can get a little bit hasty for that T side, but even so, the rest of these players begin to walk their way around toward the A site. Zen has to be careful though, because he knows that connector could be breached, and well, that it takes out Stiko. This starts to get quite the occurrence.
Oh, no.
For NoChance, but Zen, he's allowed a free frag. Crystal's there for the support as
checking.
well, but they now know that one player is inside of mid. Crystal, why do you unscope in one of the most volatile times in a round here? Makalele left as he finds himself one. But as that bomb goes down, a 1-on-2 is going to be so crucial to win. And well, then it says no, 6-3. And a scrappy round from NoChance again. Some mistakes being shown from that CT side.
The thing is, they should have been able to win. As long as the guy on the side does not die, he should have been staying alive in CT to allow the rest of the CTs to get into position to defend the site for him a little bit, then draw out attention from Winstrike to, to focus their efforts towards jungle and connector instead of playing for, instead of immediately gaining access to CT deep. And that's pretty much the round done. NoChance, they have another force buy though. They've got 2 AWPs this time, Michael and Nuki and Zen on the FAMAS. This could work out, but it's going to be a difficult one. We already see a bit of a B push, or more so a B presence played by Winstrike. They've got 5 people kind of lingering in B haps overall. Although they can make the decision to go lower. But Zen, ooh, this is a crucial moment. He hears them running. That's it. That's all he needed to know. All he needed to hear. Boomich is blinded out as well. And he's still going to catch one with a knife. Oh my god, he's... Oh! What? Michaelella, 2 kills. Zen, 1 more in Crystal there. Finding one with the P250. Jesus Christ.
What?
No, what? Oh my god. Winstrike.
I want to know how Boomich didn't hear him.
He was blinded out. Team flash.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
He was team blinded, but it's more of the fact that why did nobody check lower? Why was nobody prepared for the lower push? Why was nobody even aware of the fact somebody can be pushing lower? When they had no mid control for like 15-20 seconds, they should have been ready for that.
Winstrike, a crucial mistake. Like you said, even if there was no sound cue, you've got to assume that someone's trying to get into that lower position, or else you're essentially offering a flank on a silver platter, and that is what Zen took there. He's fine dining tonight, boys. There's NoChance takes 7-3. A pistol round will ensue, and Winstrike, they are giving the victory the first half to NoChance here. They should be able to take 8 rounds, which is the minimum to require a victory. And I don't think NoChance will want to stop. They could have a double-figure half, one of the first we've seen in this best of 3, or the first. But NoChance, again, just proving that they have these maps, despite playing in the past a looser control, a looser sort of style. They've shown that they can incorporate aspects of a well-coordinated roster. And again, Crystal, you've got to give him props for that. He is surely drilling things into these players, especially with some of the egos that he had to manage, especially with Frozen in the team, with those 2-star player attitudes like Frozen and Nuki, but with still Nuki an asset, to say the least. And right now, Crystal is doing a great job of managing these guys. Double up setup, and it's going to be Stiko this time to take it. I'm still not too sure why we're not seeing Nukia on an AWP and Imperial. He was very, very used to using that AWP, and even in home turf teams like his Lithuanian rosters, he was still doing the same, and I'm not too sure why. He's a great AWP player.
Yeah, not just that, but I mean, we've already seen him playing the secondary op to that of Michaelele in the iteration of this roster already. Before Reddit Faction even left, I think we saw him a few times with the op in quite a few occasions. So, certainly comes as a bit of a surprise, but perhaps, NoChance of feeling so relaxed. They're feeling so good about things that, they're just like, okay, Stiko, I want to play with an op. And they're like, yeah, sure, play with the op. We don't care. It's easy game, easy round, whatever you want to call it. It should be pretty simple to see it that way, at least in that manner. But in any case, it's 8-3, and it is going to be another full buy for Winstrike. This is going to be one of the last calls, though, for this first half. If they want to close it out with a 7-8 result, or a potential potential at least for 9-6, whereas NoChance are not allowed above 10 or above 9 at least, they should be able to. Or more so, they should win this round. But we'll see how well this goes through, as it is a default setup. Winstrike focusing on mid yet again. Not really much else, but mid is the first point from which you start to make your way against, or more so towards B or A afterwards. But let's hold for a second and see how this one is played off. There's not much economy, or more so not much utility on Winstrike, so they cannot allow themselves to be thrown out into a prolonged round, whereas, they've already depleted most of their utility, if they do, obviously, but They're playing it smart for the moment, at least.
Yeah, and they definitely are. I mean, to take that mid control, I think is vital in Mirage. Mid is so crucial to be able to hold on to. Crystal is on an MP7 when there is ample opportunity to buy up into a more sustainable rifle, but even so, can't really take it away when NoChance having a type of performance like this. And with 45 seconds on the clock, it will be that B bomb site they gravitate toward to. But Stiko, he'll already open it up. Well, then it dead to rights. Bomb is dropped and has to be retrieved. Timing is Stiko unscoped as they're able to grab that bomb, but Zen, he's primed and ready. Flash goes down. Beautiful peek with the MP9. He takes one but two trades by Waylander and Norbert. Makalele finds one more, but quick to deny. Stiko, he might even just die through the window. Oh, yes, this could be so smart. He gets himself out, and they shouldn't have any idea. They definitely won't. And
no.
Quick. He's not really an AWPer himself. He misses the first shot. The confidence will diminish. Smoke goes down onto the bomb.
That's the round gone.
And he has to be so smart here, quick, if he wants to win this. A second shot missed. And this should be round. As soon as he tries to peek and no scope, not landing either, and they'll finally finish him off. The defuse will come through. It was a lengthy battle dancing around those pillars, but eventually, NoChance find the round, but still a great play from NoChance in this CT side.
I think it shows to tell that Stiko perhaps not the best choice for the ops, certainly with a few mistakes here and there. Luckily, he still gets 2 kills. Luckily, he still is able to lock out pretty much anything out of Winstrike. But the point to make here is the fact that NoChance, sure, they lose 3 players, but at this point, they no longer care, because it's 13 rounds in, or more so we are in the 13th, and they win one more and they're going to be content with any sort of result coming out afterwards. Doesn't matter if it's 10-5, doesn't matter if it's 12-3. As long as they win the half with with 10 or more rounds on the board, they're going to be completely and utterly happy with it. And we see again an eco round coming out from Winstrike. Not exactly a full eco though, mind you. There is a Galil on Waylander, a few Kevlars here and there, but for the most part it is pretty much an eco. Oh, I love this by Zen. He's going to go for the backstab, drops the bomb even. Oh, Boomage though, nice refrag at least. Still, it is going to be a 3-on-3 with, ooh, quick, hunting the money, hunting the goose. It's Nukia on the palace, and he's kind of in a bad position. Oh, quick, whoa, what a reaction. And Boomage finds his second. Oh no, NoChance. Have they thrown their chance of winning this round, actually?
Definitely feels like it. Boomage will get himself into jungle. Makalele should have no idea.
Nah.
And definitely won't. That's a fall from grace from NoChance there. A round that was so cemented on that CT side has been ripped apart by Winstrike. They'll get themselves a 4th round. Of course, we'll see a CT purchase. Stiko can get a drop out to Makalele and a rifle in return, but at this point, there is very little. If they lose this round, NoChance can put into that 15, so potentially we might even be seeing another 9-6, just like those previous 2 maps that we've already seen, but NoChance will want to find themselves at least one more, both if possible, to really confirm how much of a dominant CT side this has been. 1-for-1 trade real quick out onto that A-bomb site as Boomage is already in connector. They've sacrificed that control.
Did he not see him? Boomage! Oh, wait. My bad. I actually brain farted there.
Teammate.
That was a brain fart. I was like, Boomage, do you not see him? And then realized, wait, that's a T player, not a CT. My bad. It is going to be Zen left alone. As you said, the 15 will be broken for NoChance. They're going to have pretty much no money in the bank. And he gets 1 kill, sure. Maybe gets a second one as well, but it shouldn't be more than that. We do see already that at this point, I mean, when Norbert's on the hunt, Norbert's there, and 5-6, or 5-9, excuse me, and 6-9 should be a result we will be seeing very, very soon. The 15th is here, NoChance. I think it's fair to say they kind of lost themselves in translation there. Should have been a bit more vigilant about those anti-ecos against those pistols. They certainly let themselves go, as everybody else does on a lazy Sunday. And ooh, push might actually work. Nukia gets 1. That's fair enough for the opening, at least.
Good start from NoChance, despite Makalele being down to 8 points of health. does get a little bit hasty when he's trying to battle, but for now, he'll be able to hold on. Crystal
I am...
comes
What?
away with one more, and Pistols seeming to have more success in this
Yeah.
this best of 3 as a whole. We've seen so many rounds go in the favor of Pistols when there's been a full buy on the other side.
Oh.
Quick this time, though, he'll be able to potentially solidify a very strong round from him as he takes 3 so far, but traded back again by Stiko. Waylander will drop himself a smoke. Nukia only has a UMP to contest with, and a gap will consist of a frag for Waylander.
Yeah.
Stiko, this could be very smart, though. Shifts his way through the smoke.
Oh, dude, if he goes into... Yeah, I was just about to say, if he goes towards default, now he... Oh, he sees the shadow! Wait! Oh, my God! Oh, beautiful. Well played, Stiko. Hands down, that was pretty much as good as it gets in that position. A little bit lucky with the smokes not having a gap, so Waylander did not see him. But darn, if that was not beautiful, to say the very least. 10-5, first half is done, gentlemen. Third map is in full swing now. We're going into our second half momentarily. But what a way to finish off the half indeed. And look at the differences in kills as well. Everybody on NoChance above, well, with 10 or above. Meanwhile, for Winstrike, it's only Quick and Waylander kind of trailing around that 10th number, almost that 10th kill with Norbert with 9. So this is certainly not exactly the picture-perfect position that Winstrike would have imagined to be in after the ending of the half. But certainly, it opens up a new venue perhaps for our second half. We'll see how the pistol turns.
Yeah, that pistol going to decide who steps ahead here or who can tie it up. But like you said, NoChance having that way more of an advantage. But we'll find out how that second half gets underway after a very small commercial sponsored by Loot.bet.
Loot.bet, made for live betting.
And of course, welcome back. Our second half continuing in a matter of seconds. Now, as we said, the second pistol will decide whether or not Winstrike are able to make the comeback possible. And I wouldn't even say make the comeback possible, because if they lose the pistol, it's still going to be possible. More so, I would say, if Winstrike win the pistol, NoChance might still lose the map. But I dare say this right here, right now. If NoChance win the pistol, then I think we're looking at a pretty quick ending of this map. I mean, it's as simple as that right now.
Yeah.
NoChance have been very much dominant in their performance. Yes, they made quite a few mistakes. Yes, they made quite a few rudimental errors, but they're still playing so well, just so much better than Winstrike. It's going to be hard seeing how Winstrike can win if they do lose, or more so start losing by that big of a margin. But Boomich and Waylander were the ones to open things up. Stiko gets a kill on short on Waylander, at least. That's a 3-on-4. Let's see if this retake will actually work for Winstrike.
And with 3 players inside a CT, they'll all just begin to flow out, and surely this pistol round is over now. Winstrike should be taking a victory. Bomb is already being defused. Nothing that Makalele can do about it whatsoever. And 10-6, Winstrike, they get a vital round. They get themselves that pistol to be able to bring themselves back into the game once again, because we'll now have a full buy on the hands of Winstrike.
Yeah.
Might even be interesting to see if Winstrike do force this round up or whether they go for a buy in the next. They should be just taking a couple of pistols, and that's definitely what they'll be doing. I also forgot to mention as well, Winstrike, their head coach stepped down, I believe, recently. Iksu leaving the team, and Pips and their analyst now taking over as that head coach role. So whether or not they had differential of opinions, I think Pipson can have a chance at being that head coach to bring more to the table. But yeah, I read I think HLTV post about it, and I thought, I'll add that when we cast.
Yeah.
But it completely slipped my mind. But yeah, with Norbert, he'll open things up. But yeah, it's interesting to note the coaches and the changes. Of course, Devil Walk going into NoChance, and the coach changes around this kind of level, because they're constantly changing, which I think is part of that tier of CS that we're in, where no one's really permanent.
Committed, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But as you said yourself, I mean, Winstrike, even with you know, losing the coach, that shouldn't be detrimental to their gameplay. Yeah, sure, it will be a little bit more difficult perhaps to, you know, get around a few rounds, perhaps understand the enemy in that way, but certainly as a team as a whole, they should be playing as good as they always do without a coach or with a coach. And obviously, as I said, there are bonuses to having a coach, but it's not necessary to have it in order to win. And look at this, Michael. Oh my god, Mike with a double. It's a 4-on-3. This is pistols and Kevlar for NoChance, yet they're more so on just on pistols than anything else. It's still gonna be a 2-on-3. Make it a pretty close call as Quick and World Edit are able to clean things off. The bomb has been planted though, the damage is dealt, and that is a pretty darn good round from NoChance given what position they were in, given what they started with. And I gotta give it to them. It is gonna be one tough battle for Winstrike coming up, because if NoChance play like this on pistols, imagine what they're gonna be what they will be starting to do on their gun rounds. Full utility on both sides, and here we go. First real challenge for Winstrike.
And like you said, if they can bring frags like that with bare minimums in rounds, you can only think to imagine what'll happen when they get those guns out. And this is the chance to see Makalele not bringing out an AWP as well. I think that's more of a wise decision to make on this T side. You want to be able to move with a very fast pace. You want to be able to ensure that you can really not be prohibited by a weapon such as an AWP. Well, that it tempting fate as he tries a couple of spam shots through that mid box. Frisk going to be fearing for his life as he dips away from those. But even so, with a 3-round differential now between Winstrike and NoChance, a round victory in this one would provide so much more clarity in the side of Winstrike that they can begin to tie things up. All money is spent from NoChance right now, so it's going to be incredibly hard to put anything into the next. If it was to fall, and it's already beginning to do so. Luckily, Stiko, he edges his way through the smoke, but as soon as it dissipates, a simple frag for Boomich. Makalele left in a 1-on-3. Does he make that 1-on-4? But Boomich won't let him find any more as he shuts him down 10-8. And with somewhat of a semi-forced little eco pistol Kevlar buy in the hands of NoChance, Winstrike can now begin to bring that scoreline way closer. A 9th on the board, and they're only a round away from tying things up. So again, this third map being as close as the first two that we've already seen here.
This is as close as it gets, really. To how it looks, to how it's going. I mean, Winstrike, this is what they needed. This is what they do need still in order to be able to put themselves, you know, on top of NoChance and potentially still win the map. I mean, we got to keep in mind, this is it. This is do or die time for both teams. The winner here will be going into the grand finals, and Zen somehow gets a kill with Deagle on top mid. Quick not ready for that engagement as he loses his life. Luckily, Boomich finds 2 to return, and they already know Crystal is somewhere close to Sandwich. Oof, perfect nade. Not getting the kill, but still. It's a 3-on-2. Oh, wait a second. This is not yet done. It's Norbert in jungle. Luckily, his position is just a little bit too good, a little bit too strong, and it is going to be 9-10. This is it. Another full buy. AWP coming out on Makalele, almost certainly so. Now let's see how Winstrike play their mid control yet again. So far, they've always, or more so, they've challenged it continuously with World Edit going into that peak and window. And they've had a player and connector to work with. Let's see if this will be, again, the same scenario. Or perhaps a bit of a change-up. NoChance, though. Perhaps a pause on their side to talk out, or to talk about how to play this.
I definitely assume so. I think at this point you can't be dropping too many more rounds to this Winstrike side when you had more of a hefty control in that first half that really shouldn't have allowed any type of Winstrike look into this map. But here we are, with a round away from the scorelines being as close as possible at this given point. And this time we'll see Makalele bringing out that AWP. We'll see him trying to obviously, to bolster his most favorable weapon. The kills have been stepped up, though, by Winstrike. Of course, we spoke about those, and they're now very, very even across the board. Boomich, the man who you'd really expect to be the fragging power, is also that utility sort of arsenal as well, as he's assisting flashes all over the place at this point. So just shows how much of a versatile player he can be to support and to frag as well. So, again, Winstrike breathing down the necks of NoChance, a buy on that T side, and it is vital they get results, or else Winstrike, they'll begin to capitalize upon that momentum they're gaining after winning so many rounds in consecutive fashion.
Yeah. I mean, not just consecutive fashion, it's more about the fact that, simply put, right now, it's playing tricks on NoChance, right? Or more so on their mind, I guess you could more say, because they're like, okay, you know, we should win this, or we are winning this, but all of a sudden, you know, you're getting destroyed, you're getting distracted, you're losing players left and right, you're unable to get yourself in a favorable position. Almost every round you play, you lose 1 or 2 entries, and it has to have a bit of effect on the mindset of the guys as well. And certainly, I mean, it's starting to show, it's starting to seep through the cracks. NoChance, look at the slowdown. They're slowly, you know, or more so, they've slowly taken mid control so safely, so cautiously, making sure, okay, whatever we do, we don't throw it away. We don't try and, you know, play some weird strategy. Let's work off of each other. Let's try and truly make something happen in this manner. And, well, for the moment, they at least do get map control to a certain degree, but I'm kind of worried about the player. Oh, okay, there goes Boomich. No longer word for Zen, at least, but Norbert, look at the aggression, look at the ramp up. The challenge is there, and he's able to refrag.
Yeah, and especially with more damage being done. Makalele forced down to 52, but Nukia will find a kill onto Quick now. This A-bomb site getting compromised, and Crystal Stico, they both find themselves kills. Very, very quick cleaning up that A-bomb site. Norbert left in a 1-on-4, and this is where NoChance make their 11th. Bomb is planted. Oh, and Norbert might even try for a little bit of a spam. Not lined up just yet, though. And he'll try and just maybe save. Already attention being drawn out, though. Crystal will capitalize upon that. 11-9. Winstrike, they will be able to take an eco to buy in the next limited money on the number of players here. Waylander, Boomich, Quick, not able to purchase, so some pistols will be on the card. So NoChance can start to reassert the round they had before Winstrike gained those rounds. At this point, losing to pistols, just like we've seen throughout this best of 3, would be such a catastrophe. But I'm liking the stack inside of mid for Winstrike. They're making sure that they have, even in pistols, a chance to maybe shine. A-bomb's like going to be favored this time. We'll see if Winstrike can maybe bring a couple of kills to the board, but I doubt that very much. Crystal already finds a first, and that should be how the rest of this round really plays out.
Indeed it should. I mean, ecos and all, they might be effective when played correctly, or more so when your opponent plays into your hands, but unfortunately for Winstrike, this time NoChance is a little bit more prepared, a little bit more careful. They're not letting themselves go that easily. And that's going to be, or that should be enough to win the round from this point forward. We do see that it is obviously going to be a bit of a challenge for NoChance going into the next gun round. I mean, you know, they weren't looking too sleek, or more so too comfortable moving or going up against Winstrike's early opening on the second half. But this is still not done. This is still wide open to anybody's, well, liking, really. I mean, Winstrike, the full buy coming up, will be the one deciding if NoChance are able to get up to 14. You know, maybe even map point at one point. But Zen, last man standing to, or more so the last man to get the last man standing. This is it. This is the round that's going to decide the fate of Winstrike. Win or lose, $3,000 if you lose, or you go into the grand finals and, you know, play for the 18K prize pool. Or the 18K first prize.
I think I know which one I'd like to do at this point. I think 18K is definitely a juicy amount for whichever team goes on to find success in that grand final. And NoChance, like you said, it's potentially their fate decided if they get a victory off the back of this round here, and with very little in that CT side to move forward. If that round was to be dropped, you've got to say it's more of a similar situation to like Overpass, where NoChance win that one round, they break the economy, and then they battle forward. And just like Winstrike did, they'll be wanting to do the same. Already, though, Worldedit will find himself a first kill and close out Crystal. A little bit of aggression shown through underpasses. Zen tries to gain some advantage for his team. They'll begin to divert through mid, with the option, of course, of either heading up towards short or diving through connector. At this point, the B-bomb site is more or less a healthier option for NoChance because of the man stack. They've left mid entirely clear. 2 players on that B-bomb site, but with the angle that Norbert is taking, the AUG could start to really reap havoc against this T side, especially with an angle like this. 45 seconds, though. And as that utility is thrown, NoChance will begin to make their way up short. A single man in apps, but well that it deals with a first. They know already that players are charging forward, and it doesn't matter when Winstrike are finding kills like those. Norbert takes 2, and well did it for 1 more. A simple cleanup for Winstrike, and very little challenge by NoChance in that round.
Yeah, and that's the scary prospect of it all. That's something I was talking. That's exactly what I mentioned, I guess you could say. Winstrike, sure, they might be down a little bit, they might be beaten a little bit, but they are never going to be counting, or you can never count them out until the very end, until the very last man is down and out and simply put destroyed. And we do see right now it is going to be a pretty convincing return by Winstrike. 2 to go, and they're back at it again. It's back, you know, back in the hands of Winstrike to go for it, and more so to start winning in their favor. And for the moment, NoChance. They are looking like they want to go for an A split. This is going to be a dangerous maneuver, though. They've got 2 men coming out through mid, 1 in lower, 1 in upper mid, and this can get frisky and quite dangerous. Zen, oh, he somehow wins the duel. Luckily enough, he gets out scot-free, at least for the most part, but Waylander is so much faster than him. Will be able to refrag. A 4 and 4. And there's still a lot to make up for on the side of NoChance. Tico at 46, Crystal at 76. Certainly not the best of health points to have, but Crystal wins 1 duel against Boomage. That's a crucial one. Now Norbert did refrag. Norbert for the second, though. Norbert's the man that's keeping this round alive for Winstrike. And all of a sudden, NC. Oh, what? Oh, what?
Ooh.
How? Wait. He was... What? Wasn't he behind already, behind the wall?
I'm fairly sure, yeah.
What is going on right now? It looked like somebody lagged, but... Jesus, that was... that's crazy.
It looked like he was definitely covered off in that position, but... Either way, Makalele just covering the plant. Stico even kills off the flanker as well to confirm that round. But that was...
I'm
not too sure. I guess Makalele had vision and Norbert didn't in that kind of situation. So
I guess. I mean, it's just it's weird because from what I could see, he was already hiding behind the corner, and usually the angle would favor the player in Palace if the player in CT is not prepared. But it looked like he was already fully behind the corner. But in any case, it doesn't matter. It is going to be 13-10, and well, that's the reset that now NoChance we're counting on. And look at this. They turn it around. They go fully on towards a site. And it does look like that they pretty much have everything in store for Winstrike. As all the utilities about to be thrown. NoChance. They should be able to pick up their 14th easily. No Kevlars, at least not many Kevlars that they can really work with. By the way, guys, most likely he did shoot his shoulder, or more so hit his shoulder. But I swear to God, it looked like he had already been hidden fully so. And that's why, you know, would have been nice to see a replay at least.
Yeah, that would have confirmed it. Chat just thinking we're brained at this point, but we're not. Either way, Winstrike. Ooh, Waylander. He already starts it off into Zane. That's a nice first frag to find. 45 seconds, and that really calls for a movement by NoChance and Makalele. Norbert goes for a little bit of a wide swing. Pistol allows him that swift movement, but Makalele denies either way, and well, then it will try and get himself out onto the back of the bomb site. Deagle in hand, and Waylander even finds one. Makalele has shot onto well that it through the bench position, though, and as that bomb is looking to be planted, 20 seconds on the clock turns into 40. That magical timer, that bomb beginning to tick. Player on the flanks. Doesn't matter, though, when Nuka is able to deal with him. Stico even trying to line one more up. He does come through. 14 surely on the cards, and definitely is Nuka to finish. The scoreline now starting to get out of the hands of Winstrike. 2 more for NoChance, and they secure a grand final position. And it is do or die time for Winstrike. They buy in this round. They lose, and they begin to feel the wrath of NoChance. But it's down to Last Chance Saloon here. They have one more shot at being able to slow down NoChance before it is all over.
Yeah, this is it. They can't play. Okay, World Edit. It's gonna be an entry on mid. Fair enough. That's one way you can play this. Boomage, though, going to be caught by Nuka pushing into Palace. And it's perfect for NoChance because they lose the entry, sure, but they get the refrag so quickly that now it doesn't feel like the kill for Winstrike really has done anything at all. A 4-on-4 With Quick pushing top mid, this could change the tide still for Winstrike, but I'm fairly certain NoChance should be aware of that. They should be wise to the fact that, you know what, upper mid is open, and we should be aware of the fact somebody's probably going to push it, because for the most part, Winstrike have already pushed so many times behind them that, you know, I would be surprised if NoChance had not predicted something like that. In any case, as you said, this is the last stop. This is the last huzzah of Winstrike. It is do or die time. They've got no utility left, a single smoke, a nade, a single flash. It feels like a bad sitcom, but it is. And it is Michaelele alone on A. He's going to try and fake it out, perhaps try and force out a rotation from Winstrike, although Quick is hearing everything, so certainly he knows exactly what's going on. Oh, still a world edit, going to be tapped away. Down to 34. What a patient round, NoChance. There are going to be 3 guys coming out of B house. They're going to have the execute lined up. Here we go. Molly into car, and they're going to be walking out, running out. Doesn't matter. Ooh, bit of a... Okay, this is a bit of a hold down. Oh, that might actually have saved them as NuChance shuts down 1. It's Norbert to hold from backside, still finding 2 kills in return. It's Stika to get a refrag, but oh, it's a 1-on-1. He doesn't plant, though. He hears the player backside. 6 seconds, not enough time. It is perfectly played by Norbert. And it is the round gone. NoChance. They have lost because of time running out instead of anything else. What a disappointment, but luckily Winstrike are able to throw it back out.
Yeah, Norbert, the sole defender of that B bomb site, they had to rely on him, and luckily they were able to do so. 14-11, Winstrike pull another round back. Reset potential is, or not full reset potential, but obviously the economy might just fall out of the hands of Winstrike if they were to lose this round. NoChance, though, the same exact scenario for those guys. They've purchased everything possible going forward into this round, and they'll have very little to show for it if they are to drop out of this one. So at this point, Winstrike, they'll just be trying to keep whatever they have and funnel it into a victory. But you can still see, even off the back of a victory, they have very little to work with. It's still going to be weaker than what NoChance have purchased. FAMASs, a lack of utility, no head armor, whilst it's not really needed against AKs.
Yeah.
But that utility, so limited, no defuse kits, or just 1 on Boomich. So again, even with a victory, that has gone their favor, in their favor. NoChance can still make the rounds possible, make it doable to close out Winstrike, get them into that such a weak position and finish them off. But it is going to be the A bomb site this time that NoChance target. Bomb is down toward ramp. But still 2 players toward that B apartments area, maybe trying to sell a fake yet again. But NoChance split across the map might not be the best scenario for them in this type of round. And it seems like, yeah, they're finally grouping together, so that's much better.
Yeah, it's a better call. But they will be running into 4-man defense, or more so at least 3 for the most part, and then it's going to be world edit, you know, interchanging between jungle and window, although he's going to commit to site A pretty soon, as he realizes, okay, this is a full execute. Here we go, Quick and sandwich. A nade will land under his feet, but not really take him down. Stiko pushing on the palace, he gets a kill. It's now Quick that peeks out, but he's going to be caught by Mr. Nuki. World edit gets 1 boomage for the second. It's still a 2-on-2, 11 seconds, time again running short for NoChance, and this 2v2 is crucial. For NoChance and for Winstrike, both, they do not deny the plant, but they are going to be able to grab both kills. My god, what a close call, I am surprised NoChance are playing down to the bone, and I'm not sure why exactly they're doing this. Why do they play it down to 10, 15, 20 seconds left? It makes them, more so, it doesn't really change the quality of the round they get. It's more so just gives them less options and less time to get onto site and plant. And if they had a 2v2 with 30, 40 seconds left, I'm fairly certain they could have played it, or more so they probably would have played it differently, with not immediately going for the plant, but rather perhaps pushing the guy in CT, perhaps pushing the guy in jungle and then going somewhere else. And either way, NoChance, they're taking such a long time to get onto site, it's starting to really impede them.
NoChance's playstyle and the strategy they've been bringing out with not wasting, but executing with so little time left, it collides with one another. Their playstyle doesn't suit a lack of time. If they were coordinated, if they had, you know, a set execution every single round, smokes were down, we push together, we go together, we die together. If that was the way they did that round, if they did all their rounds, their strategies, that would make sense to be able to coordinate a takeoff at the back of a low time. But that is not the case. However, Stiko and Crystal, they find themselves 2 kills already and an AWP in the hands of that T side, but Norbert and World.bet, they'll be able to find themselves 2 frags in return. Bomb is down. Waylander might have to be careful though, as Zen is lurking. He will be able to shut him down though eventually, but not before Stiko can find one. Bomb is still down though, and in the hands of Crystal is that AWP. He's at least looking for information from Norbert. Timing might just be in his favor, but not this time, as Winstrike say no to that opportunity. 14-13, and we are getting down to those business ends of these rounds here. Winstrike are a round away from tying things up. We could even see a 16-14 at this point. It could be Winstrike snatching away a victory from NoChance, but a buyback on that T side. Gotta say, though, the momentum is starting to shift into the hands of Winstrike.
Yes, it is. I mean, NoChance, they're starting to choke a little bit, and I don't like to use the word lightly, but simply put, they are starting to slow down in their overall, I guess you could say, aggression, and it's starting to impede their progress above all else. Michael jumps down from window B and somehow gets Norbert. That's actually pretty much as good as it gets in his position. Still, it's going to be a 4-on-5, and World.bet is watching from window kitchen, but Crystal catching on too quick. This might actually be it. Waylander coming in behind, and this flank is perfect. Zen shuts down World.bet, though. What a change of kills. What an exchange of... What a ballet of kills, really, we could even say. This is unimaginable backstabs and swings back and forth. It's just crazy. Waylander, oh! He's expecting NoChance. Oh my god. What a round, what a game. It's gonna be 14-14. We're not done yet.
We really are not done yet. This is only getting started, apparently, for these two guys. They've been battling so closely, with NoChance having that lead, but Winstrike determined as ever to battle back, and they definitely have done. We're all tied up here, and NoChance, you can really start to see the desperation set in.
Yeah.
Winstrike, they know they have that game in their hands. They know they have the mindset to push through these rounds as well. They've been on the major stage, for God's sake. Let's just have it out right now, and you can see NoChance are clutching at straws already. As well, that it takes out Nuki with very little reply. Boomich finds one of his own. And even as this round begins to deteriorate, look at the money of NoChance. They have nothing left if they lose this round, minus that loss bonus they get. And as already, Waylander shuts out one Stiko to do the same, but into a 4-on-1 as Makalele left and he's dead to rights. 15-14. And either we head to OT or Winstrike snatch away a victory from NoChance.
And a victory they should never been able to snatch in the first place, given how well it started for NoChance in the second half, and more so how well it continued on going. And this will be a devastating blow to them if it does happen. I mean, it's already happening. There's no preventing it. That's the sad part of it all. And I guess you could say that this is it. This is the final curtain. NoChance. They've got 2 AKs, a Galil, and 2 pistols, a Deagle, and a Tech 9. And it sounds bad, and it is very bad. I mean... This is it. This is all they have left. 1 round. It's going to have to be OT, but they're going to be hitting 8. This might work out. Stiko, he's going to get the kill somehow in Boomich. That's a good trade, or at least a good opener. Giving a chance to NoChance. An opportunity, if you will. Waylander's already rotated through CT. No execute yet coming through, though. By the way, this is pistols in Kevlar for the most part, at least you know, a little bit. And Winstrike is playing so aggressively. I'm surprised Waylander is pushing into pit. Look at this. He's on the search. He's going to try and discern whether or not this is a take or not.
Oh, that's so dangerous as well.
Yep.
Waylander, whilst he gets a frag, he will sacrifice his own life. Whilst it might be for the information, it might not have too much of an effect, although it looks like it is going to be an A-ramp push. Crystal will try and at least keep one player occupied out toward this B bomb site as soon as he jumps up, though. Information gathered, and that does it. That serves its purpose. It will at least draw one player through toward that CT spawn. Quick on the default position of this bomb site. He'll get shut down as well, and now into a 4. Make that 3-on-2. Bomb looking to be planted, but already World.bet being shut down by, or the position at least, by Makalele. Norbert to rotate through CT. Crystal inside of connector for that extra support. And into a 3-on-2, they have to move fast here. World.bet, did he spot the first player? Not sure whether he did or not. But either way, Norbert, he delivers for 1. They're looking for more, and they spot it as well. Crystal, dead yet as Zane is dipping and diving around this bomb site, gun in hand, and we go to OT. The final map is serving up to be a beautiful one, and we are not done yet as we see more rounds to entail. Winstrike, they were so close, the same for NoChance, but apparently no one is there yet.
Overtime coming up, gentlemen. We will be back, of course, after a short intermission, but before we do jump into it, keep in mind this is the third and final map of this best-of-3 series. Winner goes to face off Avangard in the grand finals, playing for the $18,000 prize, or more so main prize, while I guess you could say the loser is going to have to make do with 3K. In any case, this is the Loot.bet Season 1 CS League. My name's Over, joined by Kieran. We'll be right back in about, well, I guess you could say a minute time. Until then, have a good one, and we'll return in a moment.
Loot.bet, made for live betting.
And of course, welcome back, gentlemen, into the Loot.bet CS League Season 1. This is it. This is the, well, the consolidation final, and overtime is here. Third map, final call. It is all or nothing here, and I guess what better way to end up this best of 3 but with a overtime in itself, Kieran, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the first two maps being so close, it was only destined that the third would finish in an OT. So Winstrike and NoChance will see them battling yet again. MR3 $16,000. We'll see all the purchases coming through in this overtime scenario. This time Winstrike will be playing a little bit more of a passive mid stack with a player on short, two in connector with one in the form of Quick for that utility play already. Forces out of first peak, but a beautiful flash. And Steaker will find himself a first, not before Waylander. And also well that it find themselves kills into a 4-on-3 when advantage wasn't in their favor. They know where Crystal is as well, and they will be able to pin him in. Down into a 4-on-2, and these final two players split across the map here. Bomb is lost in mid, and it seems like this round has been sacrificed in the favor of Winstrike.
Yeah, I'm not sure. NoChance. They certainly started off well. They did lose a few players a little bit too fast to really be able to contend for mid afterwards, though, because, you know, they do get one kill, but it's not really worth it if you lose 3 in return, or at least 2 on mid. So, you know, this is NoChance kind of just walking around the map a little bit. Zen trying to take a bit of an off angle for the player in, or excuse me, for the player in Forest, but it doesn't really matter. It's all eyes on Nukia. 15 HP, 1 bullet is as good as gone. NoChance. This is the first round gone out of the 6 rounds they will play on this in this first overtime. And, well, I gotta say, this is actually pretty darn good for Winstrike, because first of all, this is of course 3 rounds on each side. So if somebody might not know for what overtime is, it is 6 rounds, 3 on each side for each team. Well, where they ended the last, well, the regular time in, they start off the overtime in, so Winstrike on the CT, and then we switch up as if it were a normal halftime. The difference being that for the majority of the 3 rounds, you receive $16,000, where you're able to pretty much buy whatever you want and however much you want. Now, the point is, Boomich and World Edit are playing the double up, and this is something we have yet to see in regular time. This is actually for the first time in this map, as far as I can tell. Is it not?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they've played just a single AWP, but I'm liking that in overtime, they've now gone for these changes, which I think is something that NoChance might not expect. Utility out toward the A site this time, and we'll see if that secondary AWP from Boomich can have any type of effect. And of course, it's Boomich. Of course it'll have effect. He already finds himself a first kill onto Stiko. Not even being tagged, finally will be, but it's only 14 points of health lost. He'll be forced back by a couple of nades, but that won't stop him for long. And as that bomb begins to head toward the A site, Plant should be around triple, but not if World Edit has anything to do with it. He'll take himself 1, but Zen to refrag in return. Boomich and Norbert both in CT. There's a flank coming from Waylander. All these CT players have to do right now is just keep the attention away from this ramp position. And this is great. Nukia tries to turn, not able to. Makalele finds one more.
What?
But Norbert, he's able to do the same. And Zen's left in a 1-on-3. Surely it's over. And whilst he gets himself a first, I can't see him surviving with 2 HP. And Norbert, yeah, eventually cleans it up. So a good round yet again from Winstrike. 2 in a row so far. And NoChance, they need at least 1, or else Winstrike, they only need 1 more on their T side. And that's detrimental.
As simple as it sounds, it is very difficult to pick up the well, at least the 1, right? I mean, NoChance. This has to play a bit of a mind game on them, more so. Has to have some fatigue on their mindset. I mean, they might not be as well versed of a team when it comes to taking losses this much, or this differently, right? They were leading the first half 10-5. They were picking up 12, 13 rounds, and they were still unable to secure the map. And Stiko. There's the entry we waited for. Boomich finally overstepping his welcome, and will be caught trying to push into Palace. That's a good start. That's what you want to kick off with. But it is still a 4-on-5 with Waylander pushing top mid. Crystal, if he misses his timing, if he's caught with a nade in hand, all things considered. Oh my, he's still gonna die. Luckily, Stiko is still there, and he's gonna be able to refrag 1 more, keeping it at a 3-on-4. NoChance certainly having the chances open of keeping this half, or more so this first half of overtime, alive. What a shot there. An important one that Michael, if he had hit, most likely secures the win for NoChance. But Stiko, it's a 3rd for him, and that's the end. At least should be the end. Michael, okay, fair enough. I'll give him that.
Quick nearly whiffed it then. We could have had, that could have been a little fun for Twitch chat there if Quick had whiffed that, but luckily, in a 2-on-3, Quick, of course, you'll have no idea Zen is sat that close. And as Norbert left in a 1-on-3, he'll at least take 1 to the grave with him, but it looks like NoChance have been able to get themselves at least a little situated to find a first round, or a single round in this first batch of overtime. And with Norbert on 10 points of health, there's very little that he can really do. Stiko, yes, he's pretty low, but has to contest with Nukia. And a single bullet there to find the finish. 17-16. It'll look very good for Winstrike if they'd have got all three, but there is, of course, that opportunity for NoChance now. If they win 3 in a row, they would find that victory. But against Winstrike, it's going to be quite the hard task to do. But again, all these kills, they're pretty stacked up now, considering that there was quite the barrier between a couple of players, but they seem to have evened out. Norbert leading the way on that Winstrike side, and Stiko, the new addition to NoChance, he's topping the leaderboard for this this mixed team, which I think is interesting.
Quite convincingly so, isn't it? The better part of it all, or the best part of it all, is the fact that, well, the first half was pretty much dominant in favor of NoChance being on their CT side 10-5, and then obviously the second one returning equally so 10-5 with Winstrike on their CT side. Now, this is going to be an interesting development, because if we all remember for a second, you know, Winstrike, they did a pretty darn good job early on in the map to at least contend against a few plays and a few rounds and a few positions out of NoChance. So we'll see if Michael is able to secure the entry. That's obviously good, but Winstrike, well, they play it off well. They smoke off connector, they smoke off window, they push up short. This perhaps be a bit of a B split. It's not going to work out. Nukia boosted by Crystal is securing the entry. 2 players already rushing through B house. Not really going to make it a long way, though, as they stop midway pushing. Norbert realizing perhaps no reason to really invest that much pressure onto B, since there's already players waiting for them. Boomage, does he check the corner? He does, and he spots the shoulder faster than Nukia does, and that is the refrag. Oh, World Edit, though, missing a shot on short. He was isolated. Not sure why he's isolated through short, but he is, and that is NoChance back. Okay, whoa. Jesus. Kobe? Close call. 6 HP. Crystal on short. They spotted the player in kitchen. This could still go to... Oh, Crystal! He hears the step, but he can't get the kill. No, Zen. He's got 6 HP. He's backside. 1 bullet is good as gone. What is going on right now? This round, this game, this is just a madness to behold.
Thing is as well, Quick has pushed all the way through that A bomb site. He knows it's entirely clear. And as they find themselves a first frag, this takes Winstrike up to that series point, up to that precipice where they can break into the grand final position. As NoChance, they look so confident in that first stage. They looked in regulation play like the victory was in their hands, and Winstrike, they flipped it on their heads as that bomb goes down. Zen, yes, he does have an AWP, and he finds himself at least a first. Ooh, even tags Quick there, but Boomich won't give him any room for maneuver. And it comes down to this. Series point for Winstrike now, and NoChance have to be, if not tilted, disappointed in themselves.
I wouldn't just, I mean, disappointed perhaps is a bit of a strong word, but certainly you said it correctly in the sense that they've had every single chance to win the round, yet they did not use, you know, more than half of them. And Michael, he's spotting mid, unfortunately missing his chance, missing his shot. This could be detrimental. This could be the one thing that actually turns things on its head. Winstrike 1 away from winning this map, from winning this best of 3. Nukia in connector. I don't think that... Yeah, Boomin's certainly aware somebody is there, or at least, you know, he has the feeling somebody's there. But he falls back, does not wish to push through the smoke. It is much smarter to do so. And, ooh, Boomich, he's gonna die if he... Yeah, oh my god, Nukia. I think I'm fairly certain he saw him there, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, he decided, or more so, he was probably pulling out a weapon or something, like switching out between a weapon or smoke or something, you know. Stiko and Zen, good night, goodbye. Crystal gets 1, but it's still World Edit to refrag, and it's all eyes on Mr. Michaelella and Nuken. Oh, whoa, what? Michaelella, what is that jumping kills coming out? But unfortunately now it's gonna have to be a jumping Jack, a jumping Joe, and well, pretty much a 4K to win the round and to give a chance to NoChance. It is this or it is all gone. It is elimination for NoChance. A 1-on-3 clutch round. Let's see how this one plays off. He's got the op, he's got the dev kit. Does he have the... Well, does he have the strength? Does he have the power to pull it off? I guess the answer will be known pretty soon. No, it's a knife! Oh my god! Oh.
Wow. What a way to end it.
Style points for Quick, that's for certain.
Ah, that's such a crazy game, especially with NoChance so close to victory in regulation. But I mean, props to Winstrike for the determination to battle in not only overtime itself, but regulation
Yeah.
to tie it back up. And ladies and gentlemen, there's your grand final. Avant-Garde Winstrike. That's going to be an interesting game to say the least. But NoChance, they take home a nice little 3K. But I think they would have wanted more out of this tournament with how they performed. But either way,
Yeah.
it's a good victory for Winstrike.
A very nice attempt by NoChance. Unfortunately, they'll have to make do with what it is and what it